Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry for the way that I sound. I've been under the weather for what seems like forever, and I just recently lost my voice and I'm gained some of it back today. So I said, you know what, I've got to film. I got the new Colourpop and Sonya Esman collab yesterday in the mail, and I was like, yes, it's time to film this week. I don't care what my voice sounds like. So this is the look that I created with it. It's gonna be a quick tutorial, really easy. Well, I think it's pretty easy, and a full review at the end. So yeah, so if you want to see how I accomplished this look, just keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check me out on social media, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. So I'm sorry if I sound a little raspy and a little like, I don't know, Lindsay Lohan when she's had like a little bit too much to drink perhaps. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna try and do this. So I'm very excited because I recently received the collab with Colourpop and Sonya Esman. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sonya Esman, if you're not familiar with her, she is a YouTuber, she's a beauty blogger, she does some modeling, some acting, and she's just like very different. I would highly recommend you checking out her channel. She's just like a really cool chick, is how the best way I can explain it. So yeah, check her out. But anyway, so she collabed with Colourpop, and the collection is really pretty. I was like, I have to really check this out. So this is how it arrived. As usual, Colourpop, super cute as usual, super cute note as usual. And they came out with a pressed shadow palette, which is called Gemini by Night. And this is really exciting because they came out with a super shock cheek palette, which I believe for Colourpop, it is their first time them creating a super shock cheek palette, which is it's not a pressed powder. And it is called Here Comes the Sun, which is this one. It comes in this really cute packaging. These are really affordable, you guys, which is really cool. Gemini by Night, the pressed shadows. There we go. I'm going to show them to you in a second. $18. And they also came out with a mini sticks to go. It's like these little, like almost like I believe like 4 or 5 mini lippies that retail for $18. A really cute name as well, called, and I have it written down here, Perks of Being a Wildflower. I did not get those because I recently purchased a lot of lippies and a lot of lip colors, so I just felt like almost a little guilty because I did purchase these myself. I was like, I can't justify this exact purchase. So let's move on to looking at this product. So this is Gemini by Night, the pressed powder palette, and it's a lot of neutrals, really pretty, very appropriate for Sonya's taste. If you watch her channel, you'll know it's very appropriate for her taste. So these are really pretty. As you can see, I've already kind of like messed with them a little bit. I couldn't help myself. So these are really cute names. This is Golden Gate Bridge. It's a matte warm nude. This one is the Hidden Hills. It's a satin warm taupe. And this gorgeous little thing here is Moscow Sunrise, and this is described as a metallic rosy copper, and that's exactly the perfect description for it. It's a metallic rosy copper. And then this one is Manhattan Coffee Run, which is a matte mid-tone brown. So very neutral colors, but yet really pretty. So we're gonna play with these today, and I'm gonna do like a quick look. I've already done my complexion and everything, but I just figure like I really want to use these shadows today, and yeah, so we're gonna do that. Now this is really exciting, very new for Colourpop, is this Super Shock cheek palette. How pretty is the packaging? It's just so, it's so simple, but it's just so chic, and I love that. I just love when packaging is simple but like chic. So there it is. It's pretty. and it opens up like this. Okay, so this is the Super Shock. Yes, I've already played with it. I have no self-control, you guys, none at all. So when you swipe it, it's just like the Super Shock shadows. It's very soft. It's just like this like amazing formula, and I'm still quite fascinated with, to be honest. And this is the highlighter. Really pretty. It's not like super intense, but I still find it very, very pretty. And let's get right into trying these bad boys out, shall we? I'm gonna go into the and I'm gonna try really sticking strictly to these colors to create a really nice pretty look for you guys. So we're gonna go in with the first color, which is Golden Gate Bridge, this really pretty matte warm nude. Going in with a it's already rubbing off. I'm gonna link it down below, but it's a Morphe Rose Gold. And I am going to just use that as my transition shade. It goes on really, really quite nicely. Very, really pretty color. Just like that. Okay, now we're gonna go in to the Hidden Hills. And this is quite like a satin warm taupe, but I'm gonna go ahead and play with it a little bit. And even though it's a satin, there's no glitter or sheen or anything to it, so I'm also going to pop that straight into the crease as well, tilting my brush a bit just to assure myself that I'm staying in the crease. Now I'm going to move into that beautiful, this color is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. It's called Moscow Sunrise, and it's described as a metallic rosy copper, and it's really beautiful. Going with a MAC 213, and I'm gonna apply that to my lid. It's really beautiful. Stunning color, absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and, just for curiosity's sake, going to spray it with a little Fix Plus, and I'm going to see if I can intensify it just a little bit more. It's good on its own, but let's try. When I wet my brush, I try and stick to the edge because I don't really want to mess up the rest of the pan of the shadow. That's Morphe Rose Gold going in with the first shade. I'm just going to blend out the edges. It doesn't really need to be blended out as much. I'm going to go in with a Bdellium 776, and I'm going to go in with the darkest color of the shade right here. I did not mean to flick you off, by the way. And that is, let's see, Manhattan Coffee Run. And I'm going to grab some of that, and I'm going to try and see if I can add some depth. I'm going to go back in with that Rose Gold with the first transition shade. And I'm gonna do some more buffing. And I'm gonna go in with this Pixi by Petra in Bronze Beam, and I'm going to line my waterline, and I'm gonna bring it a little bit down below, just a bit. Going to go in with a Morphe M508, and I'm going to go into Moscow Sunrise, and I'm going to very gently set that. I'm gonna go into the darkest shade, and I'm just going to add that on the outer portion. It's not that dark though. I almost wish it was a little darker. And we're gonna dip into the Super Shock cheek palette because I'm very curious to work with those. And then we will probably use something from the Super Shock cheek palette to add on to the eye before we take care of lashes and all that. I could go in with fingers, as we tend to do with the Super Shock shadows, but I'm also going to try going in with this Morphe M436. It's a little dual fiber brush. I already had just some bronzer. I had MAC's Give Me Sun. First impression is it's pretty. It's not greasy, which I like. I don't want it to be like super greasy. And as you can see, I've gotten quite a bit, like I'm going in quite a bit. Right, now we're gonna go into the highlighter. Going with my fingers first. If you're looking for like a bang from outer space, you probably won't love this. Curious as to how it's gonna go on with my M510. I think that's as much as I'm gonna be able to get from this. Since I don't have any highlighting shades, I think I'm just gonna grab some of that. Ooh, see if I can. I'm just gonna have to use my finger. I'm gonna grab some of that and just place that as my brow. And I'm also gonna put it in the inner corners. I got 2 free samples from Colourpop. Let's see, Frik and Frak, I love that, and London Fog, but I think I'm gonna go with Frik and Frak. Okay guys, this is the final look. I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. Okay, so my final thoughts on this collab. All right, let's start with the pressed shadows. Packaging, love. The quality of the shadows, love. I'm not gonna lie, great quality. Those are my pros. The color selection, okay, this is a tricky one. This color, love. Beautiful transition shade, really pretty. These 2 guys I wasn't so impressed with, and I'm disappointed. I just wish that this one was a little darker, and I wish that this one had more pizzazz or something. These 2 guys were just way too similar in my opinion. And another little, I guess you would say, con is that it doesn't really have a highlighting shade for the brow bone or for the inner corners. Or I get it, this goes very appropriately with Sonya Esman's aesthetic. Okay, she really loves these like neutral colors. She's like a kind of girl that she wants a palette that she can just go with, and I really respect that. I think you can still use this for a lot of really pretty things, but if you're a person that really likes to incorporate different shades and whatnot, I think that you might not really be 100% satisfied with the palette as a whole. However, it's a great palette to grab for the price and incorporate into your Colourpop or eyeshadow collection. That's my final thought on it. Okay, the next thing is, what are we going to do with this guy? Beautiful color selection, packaging, again, I love. Texture and quality, really, really pretty. I'm just very fascinated with the Colourpop formula. If you want something that's really pigmented and really bright and bold as far as like cheek and highlighter, you might be a little disappointed. I am not afraid of blush, and I really went in there with the blush. Like I was like going in. It's a very natural color. It's a very natural look, I think. As far as for the highlighter, I was not that impressed with it. Like I said, I've been really obsessed with Wisp from Colourpop, and it's a Super Shock highlighter, and I absolutely love it. But I wasn't that impressed with this. Perhaps it's my skin tone, because we have to also take that into consideration. Will I use it again? Probably. I will use it again because I like the quality of the product. But I'll probably use it like as a topper. I mean, I'm gonna use it. I purchased it with my own money, so I'm gonna get use of it one way or another. I can get really creative with what I do with products. So yeah, so these are my final thoughts. Sorry about that. The last thing is this Ultra Satin Lip that I got as a sample. This goes on like a dream. Feels really, really, really nice. I really love this. I think I'm gonna purchase a couple of these because this is the first of their satin lip formulas that I tried. I really like that. So that is it. That is like my full review. These are my opinions. And yeah, I hope you got something from this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to check me out on social media, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.